Hello again in PHP for beginners. We are on part 18. Last video we talked about function, how to make function, how to use parameters in the function, and how we can call the function many times. So today we'll talk about the scope of the variables. On PHP it's a little bit tricky, so I will try to make it easy. I will explain it and I hope that will make sense. So for example, here there is we call the variable Mike from here, and what if we let's delete this and let's make a new variable, call it, actually there is already variable called Mike here, so let's change this to Mario. So this is Mario. So when we call this function, this variable don't look to global area, so he don't have access to this. You have access only to this here. It's local, or if you define something here as a name. So in this way, let's say we don't put anything. So let's check what will happen in the DOM. So it's Mario. So let's check here. It's Mario here, yeah. So if we delete Mario, and now we have here name, by default it's Mike, and we have here name, it's Mario. So if we refresh, we get Mike, not Mario. So let's check again. So why we don't have access to this? Because here it's don't look to global variable, look only to local, only inside the function. And first it's here and then here. So for example, if you say here, for example, let's declare name again here. Equal to John, let's say, and we need the semicolon. So now this name it will get from here, but it's already overwrite here, so we overwrite this variable, not this variable. So this is, we don't have access to it inside the function at all. It look only to local variable, not to global variable. So let's refresh and we can say John, say hello. So what if we want to access the global variable? So we need to, let's remove this. If you want to use a global variable, you can define it here before to say name, you say global. So if you say the word global here, now the function it will search for the name in global, not in local. So let's save, and here we should say Mario with capital letter. And now we get Mario in capital letter, because now we are using a global variable, this one. So this is, if you want to use a global variable inside the function, this is what you need to do. So if we say here, for example, we define here name is Mike, so we have it here in parameters, and here we get it from global, so here should be get it from global. So let's check what we will have. Didn't have anything, still get it from global. So now this doesn't matter. So what if we put something here? Let's say John. So now we're passing a parameter here, so this should be here, but the name here variable, which one he will get? He will get the one in the parameters or the one in global. Let's see. So he's still getting the global one. So if you want to use this one, you should not use global inside the same variable. You can use different variable. You can say, for example, name 2 is Mike, and you can echo it as a name 2, and for name 2 who will search for local, because we didn't assign name 2 as a global, so he will only this name he will search for global value. This one he will stay for local one. So let's check what we will get. So if we refresh, we get the first one from global, say hello, and second, Mike say hello. This is come from local variable, because we didn't put the name 2 as a global variable, so we still use it as a local variable. So what if we want to overwrite the global variable? Like, can we overwrite it inside the function? For example, here, let's say name equal to Mike. So we don't need this now, don't need this now. Now we're just checking if we can overwrite semicolon, always don't forget the semicolon. Now we will check if we can overwrite the global variable. That the global variable is Mario. Inside the function, we try to override the global variable like this. So let's check, and we succeed. So we can override the global variable inside the function, but is it only overwritten inside the function or everywhere? Let's check this by echoing in global. So if it's overwritten only inside the function, so here we will get Mike say hello, and here we should get Mario say hello. But if we get here Mike say hello and here Mike say hello, so it's mean we overwrite the global variable everywhere, not only inside the function. Let's check this, and it's Mike say hello and Mike say hello. It's mean when we overwrite the global variable, we overwrite it everywhere, inside the function and outside the function. Because when we target this name, we are targeting the global one, not the local one. So even we overwrite it inside the function, we're still targeting the global one. Still, because we already, the function, it will look for the name, this variable, as global variable, and it will treat it as global variable. So when you overwrite it inside the function, you will still overwrite it overall everywhere. So this is the scope in PHP for variable scope. And next video we will check the classes, how to make class and how to use the value inside the classes. See you next video.